That's all interconnected, but you don't have your splits.
Well, I've had a banana split.
That's close enough. Hey, Empowered Vegan Lifers, Ella here with my co-host. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Ella, what's going on today?
What's going on? I've seen something exciting that happened.
Tell me.
I got my splits.
Your what?
my splits. Like I can do a split.
Oh.
What do you think I said?
Well, I thought you said splits, but then I was like, is that a banana split? Is that like a time trial split? I had lots of ideas.
These are all valid ideas. But no, I got my splits, and I have to say that I've been working on getting them for years. And I'm not going to go into my experience in this moment, but I did have a bit of a spiritual journey this past weekend, and maybe we can talk about that on the next one. Yeah. But I believe what happened was that I released some emotion that gets trapped. They say that your hips are a place that emotions really get trapped and can keep you from being flexible on many levels. And I believe that I released some of those this weekend. And the very next day, all of a sudden, I got both splits on both sides. And I'm really excited about it. It really
is amazing.
Thank you.
What is that? Your sacral chakra? Is that what it's called? Is that the chakra?
There are a couple chakras down there. Yeah. We need to go back to, we need a chakra guest, because I'm not the expert. We need
a chakra guest.
Yeah,
we do. I do Reiki sessions regularly. Right. So I feel like I should know my chakras well. I just know that I feel amazing afterwards.
That's all interconnected, but you don't have your splits.
Well, I've had a banana split.
That's close enough.
Frankly, I've never tried to do the splits, so maybe I'm really good at them. I don't know.
Well, I think it's about time you tried.
I would venture to guess that is not one of my, something in my skill set, but maybe.
Well, give it a shot and let us know, since you've been getting your Reiki.
Yeah.
Maybe is it a woman?
Yeah.
Healer? Yes. Let her know that following your next session, you'd like to have your splits and see what she can do for you.
See what happens.
Yeah. Why not?
The universe will deliver. It's just not always the way that you feel like it, the way you expect, maybe is the way to put it.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting. Be interesting to see what the universe delivers for me. Well, I bought a new cookbook yesterday.
Oh, do share.
You know how much I love books, but I really love cookbooks. But I bought the Dustin Harder Epic Vegan.
Yes.
Yes. And it's amazing. I have already read it cover to cover, and I can't wait to try the recipes.
Oh my gosh. You guys, if you have not heard Dustin's interview on this podcast, now's the time. He is just one of the most entertaining, delightful, fun, compassionate human beings that I've ever met.
Yes. And he's doing this culinary tour in Ireland, and that is that I would love to go on that. But in lieu of that, I bought his cookbook, the one that I didn't have. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, you got to share some of those recipes once you've made them.
I will.
Your favorites.
They look amazing.
Yeah. So I have his newest cookbook, the Epic Vegan Quick and Easy, which of course is perfect for me. Me and my quick and easy fetish.
Yes. And that one's like one pot, right? It's I love that one too.
Yes.
It really is quick and easy. Right up your alley.
Yes. And the other thing I'd like to celebrate is just the fact that we are recording right now, because we will be going on episode 100 very soon.
Yes.
And yet it took 15 minutes before we could begin because I couldn't figure out why my mic wasn't working. Only to find out it wasn't on.
It was just turned off.
It reminds me back in our like very first episode. I think that was the thing that was right.
It was a thing, but it was on my half. I was like, I can't figure it out. I think it was me.
Now, episode 97. Ella's figuring it out. This is good.
Yeah. Things come full circle.
They do. They do. What else is up?
You know, we went out for dinner last night, which we hadn't been out for dinner for a really long time in this whole pandemic. So
you and the fam?
Me and the girls.
You and the girls. Okay.
Yes, my girls, even Alex. And we went out for dinner and we went to a bookstore, obviously. So I got my cookbook. And it was just kind of nice to be out.
Yeah.
And see people and yeah.
Yeah. Is there still a pandemic going on or something?
Well, I've heard about it.
I don't know what that is here in Miami. I have to admit. I mean, you really, there's no signs. I mean, I'm sure the hospitals still are pretty packed and all that, but here in Miami, we are just not quite in the United States. We're not quite on Earth in some ways. But you know, I kind of like that.
Yeah. No, and I remember hearing about, you know, you were going someplace and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish that was open here. But,
things are so closed?
Well, there have been up until recently, just more limited hours for a lot of things.
Okay.
And now things are starting to really open up. There haven't been a lot of restrictions. It seems to be more kind of self-imposed by the places that we enjoy. Okay. You know, so.
Well, what'd you eat for dinner?
Well, I had a salad.
What kind of salad?
I really did just have a lettuce salad, like lettuce and it had vegan cheese on it and like a dinner salad. But I love this restaurant's vegan ranch. And so it's like the vegan ranch is like the star of the show in like a very simple salad, and they make their own croutons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sold on that. Croutons and vegan ranch.
Croutons, vegan ranch. I think it was Follow Your Heart. Well, I think it was their smoked Gouda, actually, your favorite. Yeah.
Oof, yeah.
And it was delicious. And then I had a baked potato too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, you know, I consider that a comfort food salad. That creamy, you know, with all the creamy stuff on there. And I love vegan comfort food.
I do too. And it really does kind of take you back to, you know, when you first started eating salad when you were a kid, or at least me, you know, and that ranch dressing and, you know, eating the croutons and all the fun stuff first and hoping nobody would notice.
Is that what you did last night?
I did not, because now I love it all. You know, I love all the vegetables, but yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. And I love that we're playing a game today. And I love we're having this fun episode and doing some Q&A, and I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. You want to get to the game?
Let's get to the game. You created the game. So can you explain?
I did. Well, I think people have been playing this for a long time, but we haven't played it on the episode. But basically, we are going to ask each other, and it's just going to be a general question. I'll ask the question, but you and I are going to say at the same time whether we think one or the other would be more likely to do whatever it is. And then we will say each other's names or ourselves.
Okay. So do we say, would I say Stephanie or Ella, or do I say me or you, or I just want to get clear on the rules here? Yes.
I think we should say Stephanie or Ella.
Okay.
Even though we're saying our own names.
Okay. Even though talking in the third person is
weird.
Really cool, but yeah.
But since we're on a podcast, I think
that makes sense.
Might be the best. Yeah.
Understood. I'm in. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. Okay. So the first one is, who is most likely to have a messy house? Stephanie. Yes, by far.
Unquestionable.
Unquestionable. I am one messy lady, and you are very neat and tidy.
Okay, well, yes, okay. I'm neater and tidier than you, and I'm relatively neat and tidy. I have my mom to compare myself to, and that's like, woo, next level. I was just asking her this weekend how her day was, I think the other day, and she said it was so exciting. It was cleaning day, and I found some sludge in the oven that I didn't know was there. And I cleaned it out. She was like on top of the world. She's going to kill me when she hears it that I'm sharing this, but it was so cute. I loved it.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
my mom.
I love that. I love that. Okay. Who is most likely to stop the car on the side of the road and go pee? Ella. Oh, yes. Remembering back to the canoe story where you were straddling the canoes and
I have a confession.
Yeah. What? Tell me.
This is a tough confession, a little bit. I mean, not to my friends, but to our podcast listeners. I have a thing. I really do a lot of peeing in bushes. It's a thing. And it got worse after I spent that time on the sanctuary when we had just brought the animals down and we had a camper out there on the land because there was no house, there was no bathroom. The camper did not have I didn't have use of a toilet. So right. It's 37 acres. There's nobody around. So it was very convenient. I just popped a squat and just peed whenever I needed to pee. There was no need to like hold it. And then I lost my ability to hold it a little bit. And then I found myself that I would just be like walking home back in Miami, and the urge to pee would be really pretty strong, and there would be a bush, and it became a thing. And I'm working on breaking that habit, but it hasn't. I haven't been housebroken again yet.
You can take the girl off the farm, but you can't take the farm out of the girl.
Yes, so that was an easy question. Okay.
That's good. Okay. Ooh. Who is most likely to sing along to car music? Stephanie.
Ella. And I knew you were going to say Stephanie. And I know I could have said Stephanie, but I sing to music too, Stephanie.
I know you do.
Like screaming at the top of my lungs, but on my scooter. So if that had said scooter, so maybe you're right.
I have a thing where I actually adjust to a good song in the car prior to putting on my seatbelt.
Oh.
So I can sing along. Yeah.
Okay.
And I love to captivate my children with my concerts.
See, I'm always alone when I'm doing it. So that's more impressive. But you have an audience.
Get us together.
Ooh.
And there will be no stopping the music.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Oh, this one's an easy one. Who is most likely to climb a mountain? Ella.
Where's a mountain? I need to climb one right now.
Yes, and you've done a lot of mountain climbing, right? Like
I've done a fair amount. Yeah, no, I mean I haven't climbed Mount Everest, but I have climbed some 14,000 foot mountains in Colorado. Nice. And I am looking for the next opportunity for the next highest mountain to climb. Yes,
love it. Ain't no mountain high enough. Harkening back to the last question.
There we go.
Okay. Who is most likely to win a snowball fight?
Stephanie.
Yes. Oh, yes.
No question.
Would you touch a snowball?
I'd need some really, really warm gloves, waterproof gloves.
Got you. Would you know how to make a
ski
snowball?
mask? And
yes.
like I don't know if I'd be able to walk because I'd have so much clothing and padding on.
Yes, that makes it hard to throw. Would you know how to make a snowball?
Well, don't you just pack the snow together and make it into a ball? Or is there strategy involved here?
There is strategy
Oh,
involved.
see, no, then obviously not.
But I want to
That's
win.
why you'd win. So you're not going to tell me.
I want to win our next snowball fight. So I'll keep the strategy to myself.
Fair enough.
No, basically that's it. You just pack the snow. There are, things you can do, but it takes a lot of time. Okay. Who is most likely to slam the door when mad?
Stephanie.
Ella.
Really? Really?
I think it's me.
Yeah,
I think it is me. Yeah.
I don't know
absolutely.
why even, but
I don't know. I don't get mad very often, but I
Yeah.
am a door slammer. I like the finality of it. Just
I like
slam
punching
that door.
people.
Yeah. I don't punch people.
And that's in the context of Muay Thai sparring, everybody.
Yeah.
Before you go and hate on me.
Right.
What's wrong? Aren't you compassionate? I thought you were compassionate.
Right.
I'm evil.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Who is most likely to lead a protest?
Ella. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you do have the experience to back
Lots of experience to back that one up.
Yeah. This one's going to be a hard one.
Okay.
Who is more likely to have their own reality TV show?
1, 2, 3. Ella and Stephanie.
Ella. Oh yeah, we should.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, this is kind of we're kind of practicing right now.
We're practicing now for our reality TV show.
That's correct.
Yeah.
There we go.
I put this one in here because somehow my guilty pleasure has become an episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea, but I watch like half an episode while I'm doing other things. And yeah, so
interesting. You're on a real Housewives path right now. That's very interesting for you.
This is very, yeah. I don't expect it to last long.
I'm on a extra dimensional reality TV show binge on Gaia, watching people channeling beings from other dimensions. So that's also a reality TV show, just a little different.
Yes. But you have to really pay attention to those. Correct. Is what I have found. So I have to pay attention. Whereas the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills can be playing while I'm mopping the floor or,
true. Yes.
Doing other things, doing laundry or whatever. Yeah. All right. Who has the best poker face?
Stephanie. My face gives away everything.
It does indeed.
This face cannot lie. Which is, I suppose, good in some ways, but really bad.
Absolutely. No, I think it's great.
Yeah, you can do the poker face.
I can.
I
can.
I admire that.
But it was a learned trait. It was a learned trait. Who is most likely to get away with a crime?
Stephanie.
Referring to the poker face, maybe. I don't know.
Yes. Not for me either. But this is why we make such a great couple once again.
It really is.
Right?
It really is.
I mean, you can commit the crime. I can't cover up for you. So you're on your own.
I'll commit the crime. You do the peeing and we make a perfect couple.
There we go. Well, that was interesting because we were pretty much in agreement on a lot of those.
We were.
Love that. Fun game. All right. Moving on. We have questions from our listeners.
We do. We get questions every once in a while, and it's kind of fun to do a Q&A every now and again.
It sure is. I really like that. Did you get these from different sources, Facebook, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
All right.
Okay, the first one is one that we get a lot, actually, and from all sources. Ella, what is your workout schedule like?
Oh boy. All right. Well, I kind of break all the rules.
That is so surprising coming from you.
Yeah, you didn't ask. Well, we're both rule breakers, but
We are.
yeah. But no, I really very rarely take a day off, to be honest with you. And that's not in a negative way as it used to be in terms of my exercise addiction days. Now
Right.
I really have a great schedule that includes a lot of mobility and flexibility work and calisthenics work. So I'm not overdoing it, but I am moving. I move a lot. I love moving. So I am doing a week full of Muay Thai, kickboxing, calisthenics, mobility work, yoga. I've been really into Budokan yoga lately. It's a martial arts based yoga. The calisthenics thing I am just loving. So I've got all these skills that I'm working on, muscle ups and what they call skin the cat, which is now peel the banana in our in our calisthenics community.
So to me, it sounds like very much what we tell our clients to do. Find movement that you love and engage with it, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what feels good. And you know, we talk about intuitive eating a lot. We don't talk quite as much about intuitive fitness or intuitive movement. But that's definitely what I've worked on doing, combining that, what my body needs with what's motivating to me. And we talk about, you know, you don't have to feel like it, you just have to do it. Right. But it sure makes it easier when you have some goals and some specific skills you're working on, or at least it does for me. So lots of variety. I love getting stronger, and doing it this way for me has really, I feel like now at 41 years old, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm the strongest I've ever been in so many different ways, on so many different levels. Whereas before, maybe I could lift heavier weights in my 20s when I was really focused on heavy lifting, but that's not true strength. Right. So, yeah. So now I feel like I have this true strength. And the other key that I've really embraced recently is really seeking out a community. And I've found this amazing community here in Miami and we call it now our dysfunctional family of awesome people. And it really is. I've found this new community that really fulfills me in so many more ways than just the physical. And it really does fulfill me on the physical as well. So getting out there also and changing up locations. I don't go to the gym anymore. We have Muscle Beach here in South Beach, here in Miami. And they have all the equipment that you could possibly need in these big containers out on the beach. And we just get them out, and they have the bars and the parallel bars and rings and toys. And, you know, it's like a big adult playground. So that's been super fun. I don't like to just go, I'm not much of a chill person, as you know, so I don't want to go chill on the beach. And this is going to sound horrible for most people in this country right now when it's so freezing everywhere else. And I'm going to the beach and doing workouts outside. So I recognize that sounds kind of unfair, but it is something that I love. So finding that community, doing what you love, figuring out what your body really needs to be able to be mobile and healthy and strong for years and years to come, and working off of that. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. That's really inspiring. I love that.
I'm glad. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on new vegan meats like Impossible Burger or Beyond Chicken at popular fast food chains?
Hell yeah. Not for me.
Right.
But for the world, hell yeah. That's, for me, it's all about the animals. I mean, ultimately, I care about people and people's health, but people have a choice. And is, Beyond Chicken as good as eating chickpeas in terms of, the health benefits? Of course not. But if it's Beyond Chicken or an animal chicken, oh my gosh, please eat Beyond Chicken. So for me, whatever it's going to take. And it is, and it is healthier in that it doesn't have the dietary cholesterol and all that stuff. But I'm all for replacing all meat with whatever plant-based, cultured meat, whatever it takes to put an end to animal suffering. That's my take. What about you, Stephanie?
Yeah, I really am excited by the fact that these chains see a market and they
Yes.
see a need. And so I do feel that I have kind of a responsibility to support that in some ways.
Mhm.
Not that I eat it all the time or my kids eat it all the time, but every once in a while I think it's fun,
Yeah.
to kind of, drive through and have an Impossible Whopper. And, you know, I don't see anything wrong with it. I love that they're seeing that market as important enough to provide some alternatives. So exciting stuff.
Exciting stuff it is.
Yeah. Do you have a list of documentaries that you would recommend for new vegans or vegan curious?
There's so many amazing documentaries out there, but I would just say really kind of making that suggestion, somebody who cares about the environment, for maybe Seaspiracy or
Yeah.
Cowspiracy. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think you've hit the nail on the head. And I'll take myself as an example. I had watched What the Health. I had watched Forks Over Knives and became intrigued, but it was Cowspiracy
Hmm.
that really hit home with me. But that's because it's very important to me that to minimize my impact on the environment.
Mhm.
And knowing that going vegan was going to do that, and then all the rest of the things kind of fell into place for me. But that was a very logical
Mhm.
appeal to me, for something that was important for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
I absolutely think it's important to know your audience.
Love that. All right.
Mhm.
Next one. I'll read this one.
Okay.
I was listening to the intentional joy episode. What are some of the little joys that you are intentional about in your day? Sometimes I feel like I can't think of anything that might bring me joy.
Yeah. Well, I think first of all, I say try a few things. Really think about, what do you like? What are some of your preferences? But I'll give you some of examples of mine. And one of them we've already hit on. I love to sing in the car. And so I make sure that I have the right song on before I do anything else, because I know that whatever I'm doing, wherever I'm going, is going to be so much more enjoyable while I'm listening to something.
Yes.
And if that music changes me, it just speaks to my soul. And so I am going to get a burst of joy doing that. Another thing is I like smelling my coffee in the morning.
Mm.
And when I decided that I wasn't going to really drink coffee anymore,
Mhm.
I kind of said, well, I don't need to buy coffee anymore. And I thought it was such a big indulgence to buy coffee just to smell it in the morning. But that brings me a lot of joy, having that smell, and just, it really kind of grounds me for the day. And it was kind of that feeling of, you can't get joy from coffee if you're not actually pouring it down your throat. Well, I love the smell. That brings me joy. So, I think just trying a few little things that you enjoy, and then just incorporating them into the day. I think it's important.
Agreed. I was gonna mention music as well.
Yeah.
After we talked about the car. Um, for me, riding my scooter. Does that sound silly? Riding my scooter, but no,
No, it doesn't.
it's just the wind in my hair, and I love blasting music, which probably isn't the safest thing. But riding, down through the streets of South Beach, by the beach, and blasting my favorite tunes, and being just so in the moment, so in the moment. That's where joy is. That's the only place joy is. That's
Yeah.
just like anxiety, can't be felt in the present moment. That's where joy is.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so anything that really, brings you into that present moment for
Yeah.
me is so
Yeah.
special.
The other thing that I would suggest too is to not put so much pressure on yourself to find something that gives you joy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just find something that you like,
Yeah.
and then just see what happens. I think sometimes we're looking for this big burst, and you don't have to put that pressure on ourselves.
So good. So
Yeah.
true. Awesome. Do you have any tips for making vegan meals and snacks more affordable? It just seems so expensive.
I do. Buy in the produce section.
Me too. Yes.
I think that eating plant-based, going vegan becomes expensive when you really look at the convenience foods.
Yes.
And so find those convenience foods that you really, really enjoy and indulge there. But, make the bulk of your shopping whole foods, whole grains, and those things aren't expensive. An apple is not expensive, and compare an apple to what you used to be buying in the meat section. I mean, come on, you can get pounds and pounds of broccoli for what you were spending in the meat section. So is it really expensive, or do we just make it expensive because of those items that are, novel to us?
I know the answer.
What?
B.
Gold star, Ella.
Thank you. Yeah, chickpeas, a can of organic chickpeas, it did go up from 99 cents to $1.09, but one can of chickpeas, that is an entire meal.
Right. Yeah.
add some spinach and you can get a huge thing of frozen organic spinach for like $2 or $3 at the most.
Exactly.
Like, oh my gosh. That's all you need. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We think things are so, we think that, when you go into the produce section, we think things are just so expensive, like peppers, it's 2 for $5. Well, 2 for $5 really isn't very much money to spend on something that is going to give your body such a boost, as compared to going into the frozen section and getting the $4 tiny little pint of coconut ice cream.
I think it's like $6 or $7.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's more than $4 for sure.
Yeah, no, eating whole foods, plant exclusive is actually pretty freaking cheap.
Yep. Throw in the treats. Sparingly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, last one. Stephanie, are you a perfect vegan?
I'm not a perfect anything.
Goodness.
I just don't think perfection's the goal,
No.
And I think if we make perfection in any way a goal, it's probably we will miss the mark every time.
So far from perfect, if that's what you think. No, I'm there is no such thing. I mean, there just isn't. There's a perfect vegan. Those two do not go together.
Yeah. Being vegan is doing the least amount of harm.
Yes. To the best of your ability.
To the best of our abilities. And when you're doing that and you're living by that, you're making a difference. And so let's all be perfect.
Let's all be perfectly imperfect vegans together.
Let's do it.
And support one another on our journeys along the way. Right. Yes. Awesome. Great questions.
Yeah, I know. We have great listeners.
We do. I appreciate you guys.
I do too.
Much. All right. I think we're going to wrap it there. That was fun.
It was fun. Love this episode.
Me too. All right, guys. If you like what you're hearing, we would love if you'd leave us a quick review. And of course, share this with all your friends and family. There's something in it for everyone. Until next time.